Skadoosh ASMR Heavy. Hello there, hello there, hello there. It's me, your best bird with the ASMR. Goods, we are back once again with another picture-based clue drawing quiz game. A little game where I'll draw you a little clue. You'll have 30 seconds on the clock to figure it out. If you need more, you can always pause it. That's cool too, that's cool. Some of these are quite hard. Then after the 30 seconds, I'll talk you through the clue, how we get to the answer and what the answer is and why that is the answer. And then we'll move on to the next one. Pretty simple, right? Hopefully this video finds you well. Hopefully you are very good, very good today, very good, very good. And hopefully this video turns out decent for you, hopefully. Other than that, if you've got any ideas or whatever, let me know in the comment section. And I'll think about doing it. You never know. But without further ado, let's get into the quiz here. Let's get straight into it. So sit back, relax. It's about to begin. So before we do the first one, here's a little taster from one of the last ones. So this is the clue. You've got bad, and it's really big, and then wolf. So the answer would be big bad, because bad is big, and wolf, big bad wolf. That's it. Simple. So if you've not got the idea, you'll pick it up as we go. But that's pretty good one for an example. It's a pretty good one for an example. Okay, so here's the first one. There's your first clue. There's your first little clue. And here is your time. 30 seconds on the clock. Good luck. Like I say, if you do need more, you can always pause it. You can always pause it. You can always pause it if the time ticks away too fast for you to work out the clue. You can always pause and have a little bit more. It's not cheating technically. Because there's the time. And as ever, I'll probably give you some little pointers here or there for like, I didn't get this one, or I'm not sure about this one personally, so I'd probably take the time kind of thing. Maybe it's worth pausing. But anyway, here's the first one, and here it is, okay? So, if you've not figured it out, or if you have, but you're not, let's get straight into it basically. I'll show you. Look, what you're looking for is this. Cut this out, so you've got cry, and so that's the first part, cry. And it's in shame. Cry. And it's inside the word shame. So cry in shame. Crying shame. Crying shame. So cry is in shame. So you can exasperate. You can supersize out. You can exclabulate out to be crying shame. So cry is in shame. Crying shame. If you got crying shame, you would have got it correct. So well done. Crying shame. As ever, we'll probably have a bit of bleed, but it's okay. Here's the next one. Okay, there's your clue, and here is the time. Good luck. Good luck too. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. And there's your time, ticked away. Okay. So here's your answer. It is just lucky. And it's kind of got a little dip in it going on, so it's lucky dip. answer is just lucky. Like I say, it's kind of got this dip going on in it. So that's the answer. Lucky dip. Lucky dip. If you got lucky dip, then you got it correct. Well done. Well done. Lucky dip for that one. Lucky dip. Okay. You gotta think about it as this is the whole thing on itself. Okay. There you go. There's your clue. There's your clue. And here is your time. Oh, my bad. You still got time. 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 Good luck. Good luck. Okay, so there is your time. There is your time. So, it's kind of simple, really, when you think about it. So, like I say, you kind of need to think of it as the page on its whole, and this is the clue down here, obviously. So we've got loads of C's, C. But if you write out a word that also is said like C, and they're all on the one side. They're all on one side of it, so it's the C. So you could have put it this side or that side. It doesn't really matter. That's the only thing with some of these. I will say, like if you've played with me with this before, you'll have noticed there is a little bit of like picking and choosing of how they work. But yeah, like sometimes that might be left C. I'm pretty sure when I was trying to figure this one out, I got stuck up on it being on the left hand side, and I was like left C left. But if you're looking for C, because there's a bunch of C's, C, and they're all on one side, so it's just C inside, because this is technically the C side of the page, or of the clue, C side. So if you got C side, good job. Congratulations, well done, you got C side. Okay, here's the next one. Here is the next one. Okay, there's your clue, and here is the time. Good luck. Okay, there's the time. Not sure when it ran out. I was just thinking. Here we go. Apologies. So we've got two little clues really here. We've got last week, and we've got what's supposed to be an explosion, basically. An explosion. Hopefully that came across. If not, that's an explosion. So if you want a little bit more time, you want to pause it and have a think, that's a little extra clue, just in case you didn't get that from the drawing. So it's last week and an explosion. So the explosion could also be called a blast. So this is the blast, and it's coming from a point in the, back in the day, last week. So it's blast from. The past is the answer. Blast from the past is the answer we're looking for. Blast from the past. So yeah, there's a bit of like figuring out what the clues are and then having to move a lot laterally, I guess, to, you know, maybe synonyms or whatever you call it. But it's black. Last week is the past, and it's a blast. It's being exploded. So blast from the past. Last week is the past, and this is a blast. Blast from the past is the answer. If you got blast from the past from that, I don't think I got it. I'm pretty sure I didn't. When I seen the answer, and I was like, oh, that's clever. Oh, right, I like that, to be fair. So hopefully you did too. It's a bit silly when you think about it, but also it's a bit clever. So if you got it, awesome job. Well done. Well done. Okay, the next one is... That's your clue, and here is the time. Like I say, sometimes you gotta like move. You gotta think like laterally about things. I think that's the right way to describe it anyway. Sorry if not butchered. And there's your time. Okay, so this is this one. You've got two clues. You gotta think about it a lot and split it into these two bits first. So you've got cod and H2O. So you've got cod, which is a fish. Cod is a fish. And H2O is water, and it's kind of taking the cod out of H2O. If you want to think about it like that, that's the best way to think about it. H2O had cod in it, but cod's gone out of it. So fish out of water, because cod, fish, H2O, water, and then like I say, it's been taken out of it. So fish out of water. Fish out of water is the answer we're looking for. Yeah, fish out of water, or I guess technically we're looking for a fish out of water. But yeah, if you got a fish out of water from that clue, awesome job. I'm pretty sure I didn't get this one either. But once again, I wasn't thinking the right way about it. You have to think a certain way to get these, I think. You have to think a certain way. Hopefully this sun line isn't too much of a problem. But yeah, if you got a fish out of water, from this, great job. You got a fish out of water from that. You got a fish out of water, from that. Awesome job, well done. Here's the next one. There's your clue, and here is the time. Good luck. Like I say, hopefully this sunlight here isn't too bad. It's just the way it's peeking through the window. You can still see everything. Okay, I just didn't know if I'm just hoping it's not off-putting to the relaxation or the focus for the actual quiz. Double whammy. Anyway, I'm not trying to distract you too much, but that is your time up. So we'll get into this one. The way you've got to think about this one is, I'll add what is missing, and you'll basically get the answer. I'm pretty sure. So that's your clue. But if you add, I'm pretty sure that's right. I think. Yeah, that's right. I was questioning it because it didn't look right. I don't know if I've seen this in capitals before like this. Anyway, so if you put it together as business, so boozine, business, and because it wasn't finished, you could technically say unfinished, or unfished, unfinished. Oh, my brain's just switched off. Apologies. Unfinished business, because If you take that and put on the S, is to finish it off, because business was not finished, so it's unfinished business. The answer is unfinished business, because BUSINE was not finished. It needed 2 S's to finish it, so unfinished business. You got unfinished business. You got it correct. Well done. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. There's your clue. And here is the time. The sun's switched off again now, so good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Okay, so here is your time. Here is your time. As I was going through these, from what I remember, I don't think I did a very good job of these ones. I reckon I got most of these not right. So once again, with this one, you've kind of got to pivot. You've got to pivot, as the sun pivots back into view. You've got to pivot with what they mean. So actually, for AU, hurry, we're looking for actually the periodic table of AU is gold. So we're looking for gold, and hurry, if you can think of something that goes with gold and that word hurry, we're looking for a different word for the same meaning, which is rush. Gold rush. So the answer is gold rush, because if you change those periodic table one for this one to be gold, and if you just a regular synonym, or however you say that word, regular, just a little translation of the little change of the same meaning, rush, gold and rush, because those fit together for a saying of gold rush. Gold rush. Gold rush. If you got gold rush from that, great job. You got it correct. Well done. Well done. Okay, here's the next one. Here's the next one. There's your clue. And here's the time. Here's the time on the clock. 30 seconds. Can you beat it before it stops? Figure it out. Crack the clue. And then I'll bring the answer to you. Yeah, I think I'm getting the impression that most of these are very pivot based. You've got to really think about it, and you got to be like a transformer. You got to Optimus Prime this. You got to Optimus Prime this thing, because here's your time. That was your time anyway. That was your time. Oh, your time is up, and here is the answer. So once again, we're looking to move these into slightly different things. 12 p.m. is a time, isn't it? It's a time. So you've got to think about, TOIF. Like I say, my brain switched off. I'm really sorry. Time. 12 p.m. is a time. I don't know why I put TI. I don't know. Equals, you could also say is. So for the equals, you can put is. You see where I'm going with this one now, I think, probably? And cash, you can change to being money. We actually spelled it right. Time is money. Time is money. Time is money. Time is money. It's a pretty common, well-known saying. Time is money. So you had to pivot all of the different pieces, all 3 pieces. You had to change all 3 pieces in this one to an equivalent. So 12 p.m. is a time. Equals can be is, and cash can be money. So time is money. If you got time is money from that, That's a great job. Well done. Well done. Well done. The next one. The next one. The next one. Okay. I'm going to draw a little, just because it'll be easy to show you. Okay, so we'll draw that, and then there's your clue, and here's the time. Good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Ice cream van just went past, so if you can hear it, it's because I do these videos about the same time every day. So if it seems to be a regular-ish occurrence, that I always talk about the ice cream van. Although, I want to go get one day and see how much they are, because I bet you like £5, which is crazy, crazy. I'm not trying to distract you too much. Hopefully it's helpful in the sense of you just not thinking about this too much so you can get the answer, if that makes sense. Anyway, there's your time. As ever, if you need more, always pause it. Here is the answer. Here is the answer. So, I think the easiest way to think of this is it's like, actually it doesn't really matter. Snip, 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 snip. That one didn't really help too much, but it says this snip, isn't it? You can see that, I think. You can see that. Snip, snip, snip. If you didn't get that and you want it a bit longer, because maybe I butchered it with my terrible right hand, it's a bit small. But that's snip, 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 snip. That's a snip in each corner, which is important. We'll put corner in because it's in each corner. That's an important. In each corner, so that you can put corner to corners. And what is, if you was to put this there and like that, would be even more helpful, because it'd be like, what would you do if you was to snip along there? You'll be cutting it, cutting. If you're snipping all of the corners, you'll be cutting corners. You'll be cutting the corners. Cutting the corners. Because the answer, you are snipping, snip, snip, snip for cutting. And they're in each of the corners for corners. Cutting corners is the answer. Cutting corners. So if you've got cutting corners, great job. You got it right. Cutting corners. Okay, here's the next one. There's your clue, and here is the time. Good luck, good luck. Okay, so there is your time up. Let's get straight into it. It's actually a bit more of a simple one, kind of, because we're just going to put this bit in first, because that's just the same, and then we've got a big U, and big U, us, ambiguous. Is that actually how you spell it? I think it might be. I'll just double check. Yeah, that's it. So it's just saying put the and the us, and then in the middle is a big U. Big U. Big U. Ambiguous. Ambiguous. Us. Ambiguous. I quite like that one. That's quite good, ain't it? Quite good. Ambiguous. I don't think I got it at the time when I tried to get it myself, so no worries if you didn't get it, but it's quite clever. I quite like this one. I think it's quite clever. Ambiguous. Ambiguous. That's the answer. So hopefully you got it. Good job. If you did, good job. Okay, here's the next one. There's your clue. Oh, and here's your time. Here's your time. There's your time. As we move back to the halfway point. Like I say, some of these are quite advanced to my tiny brain. Just trying to explain them has been destroying it. But there's your time for this one. This one is, the answer is just, actually, it's SYR is the start of it. And because of the way it's going, if you think about it going that way, which is up, and throw that on the end, the answer is syrup. Syrup. Because SYR is up, and add it on the end, syrup. So the answer is syrup. Like I say, quite clever. A bit of an easy one, but once you start, I don't know. I find when I'm playing these kind of games, yeah. So if you got syrup, that's correct. I find when I'm playing these kind of games, they throw me off, and then I start thinking all sorts of craziness and make them even more ridiculous than I thought they could be. And then it ends up being easier, and I'm way off the mark then. I can't think of an example to give you, but this one, like I say, SYR and it's up. So SYR and up, put them together, syrup. Syrup. So good job if you got syrup. Okay, here's the next one. Here's the next one. There's your clue, and here is the time. This one I did not get. I'll tell you right now, I did not get this one. But it is really good. It's a really good one. I really like this one. I can't lie. You'll see. I'll explain it in a sec when the time's up. And if you want a bit more time, that's cool too. Make sure to take it. There's our time. So there's our time up. There's our time up. Let's get into the answer. So what we're kind of looking for is what's missing. That's what these gaps represent really. So if we do it like this, if I throw in what's missing, and then that's the easiest way to understand it, I guess. So if you throw a P in there, an A in there, an I in there, and then an N in there, for pain, which there we go, son, thanks for that, son. But for pain, and then you look, what's the answer then? What's this become? Operation. So pain is missing, so you could say painless operation. Painless, because you take out, if you remember what was missing, you slot them in, but the answer becomes painless operation. Like I say, another really good one. I really like that one. I think that's cool too. I didn't get it, so if you didn't get it either, that's cool. Don't worry. But if you did, amazing job. Well done. Well done if you got that. Great job. Well done if you did get it. Okay, here's the next one. There's your clue. And here is your time. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. Okay, there's your time. There is your time. Okay, let's get straight into it. So if you ever need more time, you can always hit the pause. Here it is though, yeah? What you've got to think about here is that there's 3 more and there's 2 not. But the actual total doesn't matter too much. We could have thrown some more on. Could have put it again. It doesn't really matter. So if that's helpful and you want to have another rethink, that's cool too. No worries. But what we're looking for is that more is there more than not. Because the answer is literally just more often than not. More often than not. That's a saying, isn't it? More often than not. Because more is there. If you think about it like that, more is often. What more is there? More is there more than not. So you can then, like I say, like elaborate, expand out into it being a saying. Some of these are sayings. That's also what you got to kind of keep in mind with these. And then you can get more for the more, not, and it's there often. More often than not. More often than not is the answer. More often than not. So if you got more often than not, great job. I kind of butchered the explanation because it's a bit, but you get it. I think you get it. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. There's your clue. I didn't get this one. I already overthought it, I think anyway. I did these like a year ago, just for a point of reference when I'm talking about when I did it. Okay, so that's your time up. Okay, that is your time. Okay, so all we're basically looking for is window, because it's got a window. And then you got the other clue is ow, and it's like it's expleting it out with the little things on it. So it's just window, pain, windows in pain. But how else can you write pain? You can write PA. Window pain, window, and it's in pain. Ow. Window pain. I also, I don't want to do that. Yeah. You got it right. If you got window pain, then you got it correct. Well done. I think also, compared to all the others, this one just isn't as good. Like with all the ones in this one, they were really good. We might have to. Do we run it back on another? I'm not sure, because these are some odd bits. Okay, so we're running out a bit of space, so we're nearly at the end of this one, so we'll try and fill up this page with these ones. Okay, so here's your next one. Okay, there's your clue. There is your clue. And here is the time. I'll probably do them as a touch smaller. Hopefully that's okay. But yeah. Good luck. Okay, so there's your time up. Okay, so this one, you might need a bit more time, so you can pause it, if you need, but what we're looking for here is, first, spell out this. That's west. And then where is west? It's in D's. It's in a bunch of D's. So west Indies. Didn't say spell Indies anyway. So yeah, West, the word West is Indies. It's Indies, so West Indies, the West Indies. West Indies is the answer for this one. If you got West Indies for that, great job, great job. Actually, phenomenal job to be fair, if you got that. That's a good one, that's a good one. I like that one, that's good. Okay, we'll move on to the next one, we'll put it down here. But yeah, great job on West Indies if you got that, that's a cool one. Okay, there's your clue. Here is your time. Good luck. Ah, cool. We can use the shadow this time to split the clues. There we go. So you know where you look, where to look, where to look. It's just here. It's just this one right there, just there, right there, right there. Okay, there's your time. Here's the answer. So you got to think of these as, this is a clue for this anyway. So if this helps and you want to have another think about it, that's cool too. That's cool too. That might be easier if I hold it that way for now. So these are ace, king, queen, jack. You know, suits, the face cards apart from the ace. Ace, king, queen, jack is what they're looking at. That's what that clue is. And the jack is high. The jack is high. So the answer is literally high. Hijack. Hijack. It's literally just the jack is up here. That's the jack. Like I say, ace, king, queen, jack, and it's higher than the rest. High, jack, hijack. Bit, you know, hijack. So if you got hijack from that, if you got hijack, good job, great job, great job. Here's the next one. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, there's your clue. Here's your time. Good luck. Good luck. There is your clue. There it is. Just in case, that's 1,000. That's 1,000 kg. Just in case. I'm just looking at it. You could think it might be but it's 1,000. Sorry. I put a little one. But yeah, there's your time. If you needed a bit more, because that helped, take it, take it. Always take it. Pause it. But yeah, it's kind of simple, this one, but also not. It's a bit over elaborate, but also kind of simple. So the first part is just the arrows going down. And then we've got 1,000 kilos, 1,000 kilograms, 1,000 kilograms, which is a ton. So you could put that on the end of here to make Downton, Downton, and this is AB, Downton Abbe. If you change it to a little Abbe, Downton Abbe, Downton Abbey is a show here in the UK anyway. Downton Abbey is the answer. So Downton Abbe, Downton Abbe, Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey is the answer. Downton Abbey. If you got Downton Abbey from that, great job. And if you enjoyed my little silly explanation, also thanks for that. Yeah, thanks for that. That's good. Downton Abbey anyway is the answer. Next one is this. There's your clue, and here is the time. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Butchered it there, butchered it. This one. Okay, so there's your time. There's your time. Knocked over the time. Time knocks over. Okay, this one's quite cool. I quite like this one. So you kind of just got to work it from the start. So if you think about this as being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is counting, so you could change that to count. And if you think of a count, which is a vampire, your mind should, I imagine most people anyway, you instantly jump to Dracula. Count Dracula. Count Dracula. Count Dracula. So count and then a vampire. So Count Dracula. Count Dracula is the answer. If you got Count Dracula, great job. Count Dracula. If you got Count Dracula. Count Dracula. If you got Count Dracula, great job. That is the answer. Here's the next one. If you think about all these, we'll throw this one here. We'll throw it back on this page because it might be helpful. So if you think about all these clues being here, it's about the alignment of this one. It's quite important, okay? Forget how to do. There we go. Okay, I butchered that little. We'll change it to that one. Anyway, that's the pound sign, and that's a 3. So that's your clue. That's your clue. I butchered it, but that's your clue. Okay. This is the penultimate one. So good luck. Good luck. Sometimes I look at the little hourglass thing and I'm like, oh, is it still moving? It doesn't seem to be moving, and all of a sudden it'll just be moving. And there's your time. There is your time. There's your time. So it's quite simple, really. You just got to think about this as a price. £3. If you put £3 as a sticker on something, it'd be the price. We'll just write it here because we're running out of space. Apologies if this is ruined it at the end here with all the bits being over the place. But yeah, if you think about it being a price, £3 is a price, and you think about it as the page end up being where it is on the right, you could say the price is right. I butchered that again. Price is right. Price is, so the price here is to the right hand side, so the price is right. Price is right is the answer. If you got price is right, great job, because that's the answer. Price is right. Okay, here's the last one. Good luck. I think this might be the easiest one to a degree, so hopefully you get it. If you've done well so far, unbelievable effort. Great job, yeah, great job. Hopefully you finish it in style. Here's the last one. Good luck. Here is your time. Here's your time, and here's your last one. There's the clue. There's the clue. There is the clue. There's the clue right there. It's right there. The clue is right there. It's right there. That's the clue. That's the clue. As your time ticks away on the last question today, hopefully you can finish in style. Hopefully you've done well so far, and if not, that's cool too. As long as you enjoyed the video, that's the only thing that really matters, isn't it? I guess. And you can go share these with your friends or whatever. Some of these are quite interesting. You can test them, try and catch them out. There's your time anyway. This is the last one. The answer is knee is on lights. Knee on lights. Neon. 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 Neon lights. So knee is on lights and it changes to neon lights. Neon lights. That's the answer. If you got that right, then you got it correct. You'll have to let me know now that we've finished how many you got. If you was counting, no worries. If not, that's cool too. If you was counting though, let me know how many you got out of 20. That'd be cool to know. Let me know how many you got. Let me know. Let me know. Hopefully you got quite a lot of them. That'd be good. But yeah, that brings a conclusion to our quiz today. Hopefully it was decent, enjoyable. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, and it was good, hopefully it was interesting, a bit relaxing, a bit nice, a bit decent, a bit a little good, a little bit good. If not, that's cool too. Thanks for watching either way if you got to this point. I do appreciate it. The only thing left to say is have a great day. Have a great day. You. I wish you to have a great day. Hopefully you do. And other than that, like as I always say, cheers, all the best, God bless. Cheers, all the best, God bless. Thanks so much for watching, for real. Have a great day. Cheers, all the best, God bless. And yeah, I do appreciate it for real. So goodbye, my friends.